Hello there, Tyrant here, and I just finished watching episode 8 of the Ancient Magus Bride. I can never pronounce that properly. It's always disappointing me. But yes, we finally got to see Elias's like all true form, and that was pretty interesting. Um, it was just more brute strength than anything, so I wish we got to see a little bit more. But we got to see the main antagonist, and it was really interesting to see this being and his true name. And even he doesn't understand his true ambitions, and it's really interesting to see that. He seems like a very aloof character, and I don't mind that. He has his own goals, even though he doesn't know what he wants to do with those goals. And that's pretty fine with me, because that alludes to a lot of other things that he could be doing. But it led to a lot of interesting scenes, and I really enjoyed that. Once again, this show is always really pretty. When you see the blue flame, the screen just lights up, and it's really interesting. But and when you see kind of Chise trying to do her immense power, whatever, like, it's really interesting, because there's that flashback you get to see that Elias is teaching her that magic can do just pretty much anything. And I was like, oh god, what is she gonna do in that scene? It's like, oh my god. But he stops her, and kind of deters it. But it is kind of harming her body, being able to use such magics to an extent. So the fight was pretty much there. I think that it was more an emotional fight, because then Julius, the black dog, basically got to see his quote unquote sister, her master, who was living in that time because of bullying. That was really a good emotional hit back from this. But it was really just a really nice episode to watch, and it was really just I would say a heart jerker, in a way that there was so much pushing for it, and it held back a little bit, and like, no, I wanted more. You just wanted a little bit more. You want us to see more Elias's true form. You wanted to see a little bit more of Chise's true power. You wanted to see a little bit more emotional connection. But it held back a little bit, and that's fine. It just felt a little bit. But seeing the final pact between the newly named Ruth and Chise, as now she has her familiar, and kind of that one of those few final scenes where we'll say Ruth now kind of takes down the chimera, and takes the head or the top of the body and basically removing what was her name, his previous master's head from this thing, and kind of putting it to rest, and which is a nice sentiment. It feels good. So for the most part, it was not a bad episode. It led to some interesting team ups, and we'll see what goes from there. But yeah, those are my thoughts of this episode. So thank you for watching. Until next time.